Hello. Starting off things with a cat butt.
Starting off with a cat butt and a tail. Oh my. I was chilly this morning. I wanted to put something warm on.
It is the middle-ish part of June. How is that? That is crazy. I know
I
it's
know. The,
cool.
the number of degrees that we vary in a day is like sort of not something I'm used to.
20 degrees. Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna have to use a little bit more energy to keep your house at the correct temperature, aren't you?
That's right. That's right. I'm not being an energy conservationist today. I'm kind of letting it go. Yeah.
And today our word, of course, is energy. Yes.
Yes,
So
that's
what
right.
direction are you do you anticipate going with your writing?
Oh, I mean, I could get very practical and write about energy and the problems with the earth and all that kind of thing, but I think I'd like it to be more personal. I'd like to talk about what energizes me personally.
Yes, we are.
I thought you weren't recording
It looks like someone in your house has energy to cook.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, more like to purge. We don't need this.
Okay, get rid of
Okay, I will.
it.
Who knew?
Priorities of early morning life, yes.
Yeah, so was he throwing something away or doing something wonderful or what?
No, I think he was making breakfast and he was going into the pots and pans. And he decided to purge a pot that he was deeming past its prime.
Ah, okay. Well, I have days when I feel like I'm past my prime, but then usually
Zoom your energy.
I find ways to renew my energy and that passes. So
Ooh, okay. So
that's
that
what
just
I'm going
makes
to write
me
about.
think, yes, things that bring me energy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that topic. Okay, Judy.
You have the energy to talk about this?
These, we've talked about doing poetry slams and story slams. These are writing slams. They definitely feel like writing slams.
They do, don't they?
Know it's short and sweet. You got to get it out fast. You can't pause or hesitate. You just keep it moving. And I think it's a really, I mean, we talked about earlier today that we don't experience writer's block.
We don't.
I think it's by doing things like this, set to a timer, that has just kind of knocked that out of our vocabulary even.
I think you're right. It just happens, and I can't do this, or I don't know what to write about. There's no room for it. There's no time for it. We got to get this done, right?
Yeah. And it's just not an option. And when it's not an option, you just keep moving your pen forward. I mean, today I had so many things I wanted to write that I thought to start with the first one. I start with a list. And as I'm making the list of all the things that made me feel full of energy, it was like, I kept on wanting to stop and just riff on one of them. I was like, no, keep going until it peters out. And then I wrote about one. And then I also feel energized when I'm, because as I'm writing then, I'm thinking, oh, but yes, I didn't include this whole category of things that make me feel energized.
So what's your list? I want to hear your list.
Naps, sleeping, brainstorming, podcasting, coaching and getting coached, creating, making earrings, reading, researching, learning something new, meditating, talking with my favorite people. And I noticed that those first things that came out on my list were all very calm, very stoic, very, and many times very an unmovement. You're sitting doing something, learning something new. I was thinking of like researching or trying to figure out how to operate Clipchamp so that I could put this podcast into YouTube. I mean, those kinds of things. It's and then I thought, what about gardening and walking with the dogs and learning a new, and even
I think you're just energy waiting to happen is what I think. I love it. I just want to just kind of like reach over and touch you and get some energy. Yeah, exactly. I want the energy of a 3-year-old.
Oh, yes. Totally agree. Is that what you wrote about?
No, I said energy is something I'm often without. I lack it sometimes, and I get anxious to identify what is going to make me feel energized. And I realize I get energized talking to creative and interesting people. I
Mm.
can just feel my energy levels start to bubble up. It just kind of goes overboard. And I also find energy when I can celebrate a successful completion of something I've put off for a long time. And it just feels
Interesting.
so good. And I feel, okay, bring it on. What's the next thing I want to do now? Because it
So
feels
do you have an
so good.
example of that last one, of something that you've put off that you've then successfully completed? Or
Well,
is that kind of
just the silly one is I wanted to groom my dog, and I thought, I don't know how to groom a dog, and I can't do that, and that's not something I can do. And one day I just said, screw it. And I got the clippers out and I started doing my dog, and
yeah.
I got done, and damn, she looked pretty good. And I thought,
Yes.
yes, that feels so good. I had that feeling of accomplishment, and it didn't even cost me money. And I thought, yay, this was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy walking on a beautiful day and knowing that my main duty today is to enjoy it. I have
Mm.
nothing pressing me away from having that walk. Brainstorming, we have that in common. I enjoy
Mhm.
brainstorming and energize myself by doing it. I also I know that I'm a person who needs things to look forward to.
Mm.
So when I have something that I'm working toward that I've been looking forward to, I have much more energy than if there's nothing on the horizon.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, so that's what
Yeah.
I wrote about.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, really, that's another good, I mean, very different writings.
Mhm.
And I felt kind of like I was cheating when I did a list. Um, I personally prefer to pick one little piece and go deeper.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
preferred way of writing. But today, I don't know, for whatever reason, lent itself to a list. And I mean, I
Yeah,
felt
that works.
I could take any of those things and just really go deeper on. It was like, wow, right here. If I don't have anything to write about someday, I have a whole list of things I could take off on.
You probably got more than 10.
I do.
I love it. I love it. Maybe we're gonna have to put some of those in our ideas for our writings for next year.
Oh, that's a great idea. I like
Be
it.
kind of fun.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I think we've got the energy to go out and have an amazing day.
I
And
agree. Tomorrow,
oh, tomorrow.
tomorrow is day
Tomorrow,
22. And what is our word? I don't see my list here. Do you
our
have it?
word is, you ready?
Drum
Drum
roll.
roll, balance.
I have a philosophical opinion about that one.
I know you do. You've mentioned it before. So I'm thinking
I
you're
have
going to be
written
writing
about that.
about
I
that,
have
right?
struggled with balance, and I have come to a decisive decision about that one. So
A
that is going to
decisive
be,
decision. Is that an
I have
oxymoron?
made a decisive decision about that one. Yes, I have. Mhm.
Okay, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay, see you then.
Bye, Lisa.
Bye.